Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is October the 14th, 2020, and I'm jumping on just to go through today's lessons with you. Remember, Wednesday is our remote day, so we try to take it a little light on the lesson part. We try to do something fun, and we also try to focus on our seesaw work. So let's see what we need for today. For Ms. Vester, we of course are going to be talking about controlling our emotions, but that's in a few minutes. Remember that if you have anything you want me to share with the group, you can always send it to me in Dojo, and I'd be more than happy to share it. Miss Blaine's all in her mixed emotions about this being our last week as a class together. And before some of us venture off into virtual learning, which is super exciting, and some of us venture off to coming back to school on track A and B. So we're going to all be split up. So I'm super sad, but I'm super excited for your new journeys. So if you need anything, remember you can always ask. Virtual rules have not changed since school started, so you see those posted for you. And of course, Ms. Vester gave us this cute background as we talk today about dealing with anger. And we need to learn, she wants us to teach the children to deal with anger in a peaceful, verbal, and non physical way. That means that we learn to control our anger without hitting people or throwing chairs or saying things to our friends that we can't take back. And we're going to watch a video called The Angry Dragon.
By Michael Gordon. It was time for George and his pet dragon Joe to play. With all their toys spread out, they were having a fun day until George accidentally broke Joe's favorite toy. "Look what you've done," Joe yelled. "You silly boy." Joe flew into a rage. He got angry and red. "It was an accident," a sorry George said. "I'm sorry I've upset you. Let's talk it out." "Don't be so angry. You don't have to shout." "Breathe deeply and let's talk about how you feel. We can fix the toy. It's really not a big deal." Joe breathed and felt better. George was right. He loved his best friend and he didn't want to fight. George helped Joe fix his toy with Dad's glue. Before long, it was as good as new. That afternoon, George was helping his mom clean. Joe wanted him to play. He thought George was being mean. Feeling hurt, Joe called George a very horrible name. He said, "You're not my friend if you won't play my game." George breathed deeply and said, "Joe, please don't be mad. Be patient and wait for me. There's no need to feel bad. There's time to help Mom and have fun too. You're my best buddy, Joe. I will play with you." Joe listened to his friend and waited until George was done. Then they played music together and had lots of fun. They were hungry in the kitchen later that day. Joe wanted to eat lots of sweets. George said, "No way. Eating lots of sweets is bad for your teeth and tummy too." Joe yelled, "I'll eat what I want. Don't tell me what to do." Joe ate all of the sweets, and then later that night, he complained that his tummy didn't feel right. He needed to lie down. He felt so horrible and sad. "I'm sorry I didn't listen to you," Joe said. "I feel bad. Getting my way hasn't turned out very well," Joe said, as George helped him sip water while he lay in bed. George took care of his friend. He wanted Joe to feel good. He did everything for Joe that a best friend should. "I'm going to be more patient and less greedy," Joe said. "And instead of getting angry, I'll try talking to you instead." "That's great. I'm proud of you," George said to his friend. The boys laughed and chatted until the day came to an end. The end. If you enjoyed this video,
So he had to learn not to be an angry dragon. And sometimes we have to learn not to always be angry and do things that aren't always the nicest, too. It happens. We all know it. So we are in a red packet this week. Remember that you have 12 spelling words that you are focusing on. There's an activity in Seesaw today that deals with those words. We also have 8 vocabulary words. There's an activity in Seesaw that focuses on those. Remember that I told you in our video from today, and I want to encourage you for our video on Tuesday for Wednesday, that we are not doing Wolf Wolf this week. You will work on Wolf Wolf the week that you come to campus if you are returning on track A or B, and you will work on it while you're at home for the virtual academy kids. But we will just focus on the boy who cried wolf. That'll be important to remember in just a few minutes. Remember that everything needs to be caught up in Seesaw as of yesterday with Miss Bland so that she can get those report cards started. You are going to read your text for the day, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Once you finish it, there are 6 questions that need to be answered. Question 1 is super easy. You're just looking for your vocabulary words. Pause here to complete or complete on the end. Then you're going to do something that's called a retell. A retell means you're going to tell me the story in your own words. We're not going to copy it from the book, but you're going to tell me what happened in The Boy Who Cried Wolf. There should be at least 5 sentences. Some of you will be awesome and write much more, but we need to have at least 5. Pause here to complete or complete on the end. The next page in your packet is the Wolf Wolf. Please put a giant X through that page. We will not be working on it. The page behind it with the really cute candy corn, put an X through that one too. That goes along with Wolf Wolf, and we'll be skipping that as well. Then the fun part. I need your wolf. I'm excited to see what your wolf looks like. Wolves can be brown, black, gray, and even a mixture of all those amazing colors. Miss Bland will post a picture of her wolf so you can see it later on, but go ahead and be amazing and show me how your wolf comes out. I can't wait to see them. Have mom and dad send me a picture of you and your awesome new wolf. Pause here to complete or complete on the end. Your math page in your packet today deals with being able to again review standard form, written form, and place value for our numbers. Number 1 tells you to write that number in word form. Remember, Miss Bland does not count off for perfect spelling, but she does need to see an attempt. If the word 100 doesn't start with an H, you didn't really try. So work hard on that. Standard form for number 2, you have letters A through D. And for number 3, we want to write the value of 17 tens 3 different ways. So we want to have 17 tens. If I draw out 17 sticks of 10 and count them, remember when I have a number in the tens, I put that 0 on the end. Hint, hint, what 17 tens would be. Think about it. Think hard. 17 tens. Draw them and count by 10 if you have to, or remember the trick for adding a 0 and show me that number in standard form, which is the number. Expanded form, you remember hundreds, tens, and ones. And unit form, draw me an awesome picture. Be sure to keep it neat and make it amazing. So, guess what? In Seesaw today, you've got tons of work to do. You've got a vocabulary activity. There's a spelling activity. You have some review Kahoots. You have a math activity, and your fluency passage is active until Sunday. Oh my goodness, there's so much to be done, and you are going to rock it all. No questions asked. I know my class is great, and I'm so excited to have this chance to let you show me just how smart you are. So finish your packet pages, finish your Seesaw, and if you have time, read an epic book or go outside and do something fun. It's Wednesday, so there's no afternoon Zoom. You use that time just to be you, whether it's on your couch, watching your game, playing your game, or hanging out with mom, dad, me, ma, or pop. I hope you enjoy your afternoon, whatever it calls you to do. If there's anything you need or something Ms. Bland can do, please just have mom or dad send me a dojo message, and I'll be more than happy to help. If you need something, let me know, and I'll be sure to get it to you. Have a great afternoon. All my love, air hugs and kisses, and all my best wishes. Miss Bland.